Performance report ya ka 2022-23 isixelela ntoni ngomasipala?
Nkosi Msasazi, I think what is important, njengoba simane sisiza kubaphulaphuli base Walter Sisulu, kubalulekile into yokuba sizo account ebantwini to say into yokuba simane siza kuni, simane sisiya kuni, nizixelela uba zinto neni nizifunayo, zinto ezi nibawela into yokuba mazenzeka kumasipala. But I feel it's very important that our community members also understand what goes into them actually having as a service deliveries, or what goes into for them to request into yokuba sifuna indlela, sifuna izibani. So there is a lot of work that gets done. Sibiza njengokuba uyameasurishwa umasipala ukuba asi account qha kubahlali base Walter Sisulu. Zikhona nezinye platforms apho uzawubuzwa kwa Cocta masipala kwembabe sininike yona ni perform njani. So all I can say when I'm Sasazi is that umasipala is starting to be stable. Umasipala is starting to perform. We are not there yet. We are not there yet, but we are definitely going in the right direction. And kule team esinayo ekhokelwa ngu municipal manager, kule leadership esinayo, me being the political head, we are taking strides in ensuring in Tokba where we want to be or where we envision Walter Sisulu. It is work in progress, and we are proud to say in Tokba we are making that progress.
Ngalompendulo Sodolophi. I-performance report yethu ine layers. Masiqale kwi top layer Sodolophi ba ithini yona i-institutional performance ithini ngomasipala.
All right. Xa uzichekisha kwaba bazaziyo kaloku ezinto zibizwa i-KPAs. Apo abahlali bazanibuza but mayor thina abanye asizazi ukuba i-KPAs zindoni. Zeza zinto okanye yimiba apho wena as umasipala you get rated on. One, une municipal transformational administrative development. You've got basic service delivery, une local economic development, une financial viability, une good governance, une public participation. Masithethe lento into yokuba apha kulonyaka mali ka 2023 okanye 2022-2023 i-targets besinazo zi-16. I-targets zithini? Zithi zezinto esibawela ukuzenza kulonyaka mali ukuba ikwazi uthetha kwintoni kwi-IDP esinikiweyo ngabahlali. Kula 16 targets umasipala wase Walter Sisulu sikwazile ukuzenza ezi 15. All right. Kuzawubuzwa ke ngoku into yokuba kutheni yaba ngu-15 enikwazile uyenza kodwa benithe nifuna ukuba 16 targets. Isizathu ke kuzo there are a lot of issues. At times uzawufumaniseka ba especially when it comes to service delivery, you would get a cherry picker that gets broken. You would get a service delivery car yopukile, and it takes time. Ukuba la nto xa kufanele ulungisiwe maybe it takes 3 to 4 weeks ndenza nje umzekelo. In that 3 to 4 weeks you are already losing imali. Okay, then xa kufanele ilungisiwe mos kunyanzelekile ukuba kube khona enye. Your procurement process kwayona yenye process that takes time. So yiloo nto uzawufumaniseka ba it's part of the challenges that singakwazanga ukufumana la 1% ebesifuna ukuba iyenze u16%. Then you move on xa ndizawuqulumbela lo mbuzo wakho. Kuzawuthwa ke ngoku into yokuba i-comparison andithi napha endlini xa uyenza into uyajonga into yokuba okay ndinalo anti unisebenzele kakuhle kodwa ikhona into udecide into yokuba mandike ndimse endaweni ethile maybe apho ozazifundisa khona ezinye izinto akwazi uniphekela akwazi undenzela izinto. All right, it's the same apha kwamasipala. I-comparison of i-performance sizenza konyaka mali And I think ukuba kubalulekile into yokuba abahlali bayazi into yokuba siperforma njani singuWalter Sisulu. Xa sithatha unyaka mali ka-2019 no-2020, in terms of performance percentage yalapha eWalter, besiku-49%. Saya ke ngoku 2020-2021 unyaka mali, saya ku-78%. Kunyaka mali ka-2021-2023, sahla kancinci, saya ku-53%. Nangoku apho sime khona ku-financial year ka-2022-2023, saya ku-52%. Why? Remember, Walter Sisulu has been in a process of ukulungisa systems zayo, taking into cognizance into yokuba ngumasipala lo oke wadityaniswa, former Harib, former Malitswayo. So ezinye izinto kwanyanzeka into yokuba faneke sizenze one, ingabi landi into yokuba umasipala wase Estwal Harib ebene into programs zayo okanye i-systems zayo, Estwal Harib ibine systems zayo. Kwanyanzeke ngoba sizidibanise, and it takes time. It's a process. So zezo zinto, and as I say, uzawufumaniseka ukuba ngamanye amaxesha when you want to do service delivery issues, or when you have to uba uqesha abantu, it takes time. It takes time. So in a way you would find yourself going down, but as I say in Togba, Walter Sisulu is work in progress, and we are making great strides to ensure in Togba we get to the top again. Thank you very much, Mr. Sasi.
Sodolopi. Besithetha kwi-top layer, kwi-second layer, yona ithetha ngomasipala, kwi-departments, corporate finance, zonke ezo layers ngomasipala, zona ziqhuba njani?
Okay. Umasipala une department ezi-6. Corporate services. Corporate services yi department that focuses on the administration part of umasipala. Ukuba abantu faneke baqeshwe njani, salaries, leaves, zonke ezo zinto. 2, you've got infrastructure services. Yabona ke enye department le enqona into yokuba is the heart of the municipality, because yona it focuses on service delivery in terms of imibani, indlela, stormwater, etc. Ube no community services. Community services yi department yethu that focuses on ukucoceka akamasipala, environmental. Focuses on iholo. It focuses on the amenities like your spas, into parks, iholo, libraries. That is community services. Planning and economic development, I think most of us would know that, LED. It's also one of the core departments within Walter Sisulu that is important in terms of local economic development, ingqesho, SMMEs, corporates, zonke ezo zinto, that is what's happening there. Finance, it has to do with ukuqokelela kwemali, ezanto, invoices, okanye eza accounts nizifumana zona zisuka pha. All right. And then you've got the overall, the office of the municipal manager. Remember, the office of the municipal manager is where the municipal manager is. Njengba yena, he is the head of administration. Yena, he oversees all other departments. So, zezona departments esinazo kumasipala. I think I want to focus on 2 departments apa. Infrastructure. Infrastructure kulo nyaka mali besine 18 targets. We were able to reach 8 targets, all right? And then we at target achieved okwangoku is at 44%. But I also want us to go back undokba sichekishe unyaka mali odlulileyo. Apho technical services okanye infrastructure services was sitting on a performance of 29%. So we are born in Togba. We are improving. we are improving with the challenges. We don't erase there are challenges, but we are working on those challenges. And kuyabonakala into yokuba nakubahlali xa behleli phansi bayibona into yokuba from 29% to 44% there is a drastic change. But we are striving to ensure into yokuba we go to 100%, ensuring into yokuba we get la target. Another one then would be very important, would be also your LED, planning and economic development. Kwayona, it has picked up massively, and it is motivating to the municipality because kuzo zonke platforms esihlala kuzo no Premier walaphe Eastern Cape Premier Oscar Mabuyane. He has made a clarion call to all municipalities to ensure in Dogba, planning and economic development becomes one of the most important departments within a municipality. Because you can have service delivery, you can have the streets, you can have the lights, but who is going to utilize that infrastructure? All right? Who is going to come in to develop imisebenzi? Who is going to come in to have businesses? So kubalulekile into yokuba la LED, it is a very important part of how you grow omasipala bakho. So that is mayor into yokuba when we speak to management, when leadership requests or wants to see a turnaround, together we ensure into yokuba kuba khona lo turnaround. So ikangako wena msasazi, when you focus on the second layer of e-performance, I need to indicate that it targets besizisetileyo for lo quarter. We were at 85 targets for the overall department Zoe 6. We set 85 targets. Sichi achieve 52 targets. Which means in Dogba, total performance yetu is at 61%. So what does that say? We are going up. Slowly but surely we are going to get there. So abahlali base Walter Sisulu nabo faneke beyazi in Dogba where we were noko sisukile marking sizama ukuba side siye finishing mark, and where the vision is to say in Dogba, we want to be at 100% singumasipala. Enkosi msasasi.
Enkosi Sodolopi. Masingene apha kwi-infrastructure and basic service delivery. Sithethe nge-projects ezincedayo uba uachieve i-targets ozi-achievayo. Osandral. Nezinye i-projects zakho ngeziphi ezinye izinto onotsho uba nansi into engicedayo uba ndiritshe ezi targets, nazi nezinye i-challenges esizama ukuzilungisa.
Enkosi msasazi, I think manqale up ngoku besiyenza i-IDPs njengoba sisithi into yokuba kaloku kufanele siphume ibe yi-public participation, abahlali bakwazi ukuxonga into yokuba zeziphi izinto abazidingayo okanye zeziphi izinto abacinga into yokuba zibalulekile kubo ekuhlaleni. Phayana ke santo kule service delivery kwakukho into ethi kudingeka imibane. Sakwazi ke singu Walter Sisulu uward 6, uward 7, uward 8 no ward 10 sakwazi electrify sayigqiba la project. Kwabakhona nalento ye access roads regraveling sikwazile uyenza nayo. Kwabakhona ke ngoku i-upgrading eward 10, eward 1 naseward 4. Iward 10 yiJoqaphi apha eMaltswayi, iward 1 iFenterstad, or iseBurgersdorp. Apho besine paving ebesiyenzile. Sikwazile ke nokuba sihendishe over i-projects. The only project besike sabana challenges kuyo was eward 10. Kwanyanzeka kuba into yokuba siyoncedisa la SMME singumasipala ikwazi ugqiba umsebenzi wayo. So where I am sitting as a mayor, I am proud to say sikwazile into yokuba sigqiba umsebenzi wethu. Enye into ndifuna uyigcinisisa apha kubahlali, asizuqalisa enye iproject singekagqibi enye. But that is the mandate bendinikiwe i-council to say into yokuba noba as projects zifike before ixesha lethu masizigqibe zingabi zi-white elephant sikwazi into yokuba siyogada okanye siyojongana nezinye. Sisiza ke apho. Xa sithetha ngazo, we are speaking about e-sports fields. Siyayazi into yokuba iSarah Murosi, it was even before our time as Walter Sisulu in the erstwhile Malitswai. Khange ikwazi ugqibeke. Kodwa i-leadership yase Walter Sisulu yathi mayigqitywe man sike sifocusana kwezinye. Kwayona I am waiting in anticipation msasazi ukuba ndiyoyihanda over ukuba yonke into it's progressing very well nabahlali base James Calata nabo bayayibona. Already there is tennis courts, there's a volleyball court, there's a netball court, a lot of work has been done. There's paving, the sewer is adequately connected, the changing rooms have been puffed up, so it's exciting, especially for young people. Ukuba bazawuyazi into yokuba ngoku into yokuba sizawuba nendawo yethu apho sizawuyokwazi into yokuba sibe ne-extramural activities. In the same vein ke when I'm sasazi focusing on into e-sports fields, we are going ngoku entweni eBurgersdorp eDanny Craven. Kwayona it was a project before our time, but xa ulapha kaloku iba yixanduvo yakho as elite. Awukwazi uthi ukuba ayoyam le nto ekasinazo. Ufikile ngokuvania, so kunyanzelekile into yokuba uyigqibe. Nayo, we are proud to say that there's a lot of progress happening there. We are seeing a track that is busy finishing, so nayo we're looking forward into yokuba we'll be handing it over very soon, so that nathi singumasipala we have indawo that we are able, xa kuba khona athletics, siyatsho into yokuba we've got a stadium. No more izikolo faneke ziyoqasha kwezinye izikolo okanye faneke, but we will know ukuba sinayo. On that also, when I'm sasazi, we are also open to communities. I always say this into yokuba xa siyenza into sithunywe ngabahlali, it is always nice xa ubona umhlali taking ownership for into yabo. Besinento i-council item apho savulela abantu, especially like your sports fraternities, you know, that wants to assist the municipality in maintaining, because uyayazi mos umuntu odlala irugby uyayazi into yokuba ingca faneke ibe njani. Umntu odlala isoka knows mos i-goal posts faneke zibe njani. Umntu oqhuba kwi-athletics uyayazi into yokuba i-track faneke ibe njani. Sathi ke izani ngaphambili sizohlala sonke singumasipala sincedisane, but remember le facility eyabantu base Walter Sisulu. Ayo facility ye rugby fraternity, ayo facility ye soccer fraternity, or whatever sport it might be. But bona, they came on board because bafuna uncedisa umasipala. And that shows kum as umeya into yokuba abantu are serious. They're starting to get serious. They're starting to get the message to say into yokuba xa senza into, it is your due diligence as abahlali ukuba ninakakele into yenu. Enkosi ke msasazi. Xa sidlula ke andithi bunibuza as projects ka infrastructure kuba khona street lights nazo bezifakiwe. We have been putting street lights in each and every town of Walter Sisulu. That is 11 wards. Understanding also that still needs to be done. And that is why we are working in ensuring in Togba, the work that still needs to be done, we do it. But for the little, as I normally do, ebusuku, thatha imoto, ndidrive, nditshekishe. Xa ndijonga before wam and after wam, there is progress. But kusashiyeke uluncinci into yokuba faneke sizilungise. After that, importantly so, kunyanzelekile into yokuba siyile leadership yase Walter Sisulu sisebenze in such a way that i-maintenance budget noko ke sinyuse kancinci, so that we are able to maintain each and every asset of the municipality, especially your roads infrastructure, stormwater drainages, and also into street lights zakho. Lastly, ke Msasazi, also looking into e-Highmess lights. There's a lot of work that has been done in looking and maintaining e-Highmess lights. We know in Togba there is still issues in some towns, taking into cognizance that the electricity lines would be as Eskom. So at times it takes time because the municipality needs to be in contact with Eskom, but if it is a municipality line, it is able to do and it is able to maintain. I think what is also a highlight for me is that where it was requested in a new development in Togba makube khona e-Highmess lights evulavala pa Ward 6, we were able to give them after so many years e-Highmess lights. As ezinye Highmess lights, the maintenance has started, and also kwezinye will be going to detect in Togba where did we short or where are we short to ensure in Togba we get those things up and running. So yeah, I think that is about it when we were doing or what is focusing on the IDP and the projects that were projected under UNTO infrastructure, which is also known as UTech services. Enkosi Msasasa.
Nkosi Sodolophi. In terms of municipal transformation and organizational development, sike sakuva kakhulu Sodolophi uthetha nge-youth, uthetha nge-graduates, uthetha nge-employment. How far according to 2022, 2023?
All right, Msasazi, I think Mandi, let me just go back a little bit. Ikona into endishileyo bakwa technical services. Xa sinojonga ngoku, xa ngumasipala, umasipala ofana nathi siyazi into yokuba ibudget yethu ayikonintsi. Kodwa imfuno zabahlali zingaphaya kwibudget. As a leader, fanele ube innovative. Uyabona? Ukuba ezinye izinto siza uyabona, focusing on DDM, the one plan. Sinazo almost sector departments. So beskesa approach u Department of Transport. Ndikhumbula into yokuba I was still the acting mayor. Sakhwecu MEC ngela xesha. MEC khakusifake man kula budget yakho ka transport. Sabanelaki ke singu Walter Sisulu safumana budget of 10 million that was going to focus on the infrastructure yendlela. And idolophi ke ngoku that were identified was Venterstad ne Beggersdorp, in particular Beggersdorp iWard 4. As time went by ke ngoku kwafika the other nto MEC Nqatha waphinda wathi qatha i2 million. So for indlela abasinike zona through Department of Transport, we've got a 12 million budget where already processes is unfolded. All councillors are aware of the project. Abahlali, they've been informed. So transport is just supposed to ndokba awenza umsebenzi. Size ke ku Sandral, siyayazi uSandral beke wasebenza apa kwi R56, kwi R58 na kwi N6. And xa besebenza kaMandu Sandral banalanda into yokuba community development projects. Bazile ke officing banbuza into yokuba Mayor, what is it that you envisage into yokuba kube khona apha eWalter Sisulu, especially kweza areas besisebenza kuzo? Dathi kubo into ebalulekileyo i-community development projects must be in line ne-IDP yam. I am not going to use my own wisdom. Dilele pa ebhedi ndithi hayi usinazo uzawudinga i-earring, yet usinazo udinga ntoni ihlangu. USandral umntu onto specific okanye abantu abayenza indlela. They were so listening okanye they were so accommodative xa sicela. I am proud to say, to date, having been in contact with all ward councillors, because andizenze lezi zinto, all ward councillors, they know the priorities of their wards. Up from Ward 5, uward 6, uward 7, uward 8, uward 9, uward 10. All those wards will be assisted by Sandral with the internal streets of umasipala. Tetukuthini lonto. I-IDP requests okanye IDP priorities in terms of road infrastructure are getting minimized. Us not using our budget but being assisted. Speaking to local economic development in terms of employment, in terms of SMMEs going to be part of that work, in terms of also financial viability, because imali will be flowing ke ngoku within the jurisdiction of Walter Sisulu. I must highlight in Dogba, there are projects also that are going to be done that will be focusing on James Talata, and we are working hard to ensure in Dogba we also get a Sandal project that will be focusing kwela cala yase Venterstad. That will be the same route. When they are done kwezandlela zabo, from James Talata to any area, we would also be looking back to community development projects. So I think I just needed to highlight that in Dogba. There is a lot of work that is being done. Abahlali will also see in the various towns ngoku, you've got Usandral on the ground. Apo balungisa signages, apo balungisa road ndo paintings. It is umasipala that made it clear to them to say intogba noko indlela zenu mazicace intogba zindlela ezinjani. All right, Msasas, moving along. Kulombuzo ubundibuze yon. Benke ndaza apa ngoJune if it is not early July. Sizothetha kulento ye youth strategy. Having outlined nakubahlali into yokuba sinayo ngoku youth strategy. Abantu abatsha base Walter Sisulu, they have taken part kulonto ye youth strategy. And main features that we were focusing on is to say into yokuba you've got graduates, you've got matriculants, and then you've got your mere young people with skills. But a clarion call was made to us by especially graduates, because we would focus on grade 12 most of the time. Then we'll also be focusing on young people with skills, providing them with opportunities. But what happens to the graduates? So we had a program that started with FACET, Ubuntu, where they assisted or are assisting this municipality with the vision that we have, to have interns that are graduates. It doesn't matter where you quit TVET, where you at a technical college, where you at a university. We requested all of them to put themselves on the database, outlining kaloku intogba what is your qualification. And we had a first batch of intakes. In a way, I would say they've graduated. And out of them, I have seen in Togba, there's good stories to tell. I just don't have the specifics here in front of me, but some of them have been employed by sector departments. Some of them have gone a route where they are starting their own businesses. So we are looking forward to that in Togba. I'm very excited. Again, I think last week, Friday, we had the second intake of other young people. And we must emphasize, these are young people from Walter Sisulu, cutting James to Venterstad, that are working within our units of the municipality. Back home, they've been inducted, they've been welcomed, and they're assisting all the sectors of the municipalities. But also training of staff, which is very important, because you don't want to keep your employee fixated on one thing. Where that person needs to progress, or where there is room for progress, we ensure in Togba there is different trainings that will actually suit what they are supposed to be doing. Also, xani jonga ngoku in Togba, abasebenzi bakamasipala banayo ngoku protective clothing. Beke abuzwa kwi one of the sessions besinazi into yokuba kodwa abasebenzi bakho meya asibaboni ukuba bona abanxibanga uniform. Nibawubabona ngoku into yokuba omnye nomnye is classified to i-department yakhe. Nizawubona into yokuba umntu osebenza maybe kwa parks unxiba ublue. Umntu osebenza maybe kwenye section unenye ikhala. Umntu osebenza kwa technical services because phayana kaloku sisebenza nombani. Bane reefs ezitheni, bane clothing ethile because it is very important to also look into what does the health issue or what does the health regulations and the protective wear regulations speak to as per umsebenzi wabo. So when it comes to the progressiveness okanye the building of young people, something very close to my heart. Siyayazi into yokuba it won't happen overnight, but work is in progress. Also, when it comes to job opportunities, I think you've seen within Walter Sisulu, you're starting to get a younger feel within the municipality, where young people are starting to come on board to understand in Dogba, they can also do what is requested of them. And where you qualify, where you are able to sell yourself, interviews, and you do those interviews, nothing is stopping us from hiring you. But it also depends on you in Dogba. Uzithengisa njani, qualifications zakho zikhona, because we want to start seeing young faces. We want to start seeing, when we build this pyramid towards 2028 or towards 2032, at least we'll still have young people that are able to carry on with the vision. Thank you very much, Sasas.
Enkosi Sodolophi, you have mentioned financial viability. Masithethe financial viability, but how are we achieving the financial viability of the municipality? Equal challenges that you have mentioned. So how are you combating that? What is the process and what are the strategies that you are working towards to create revenue ne debt ka Eskom ba ithini?
Okay. Enkosi Msasaz, I think revenue eyonanto that we are focusing it on a lot, because remember xa singenamali singumasipala sizawuphefumla njani, sizawuperforma njani. So one of the strategies ke Msasazi is la revenue enhancement program. Ayikomandi, ayithandwa, kodwa kunyanzelekile ukuba siyenze. Apho uzawufumaniseka into yokuba sinento ngoku into yokuba sicela nibhatale ii-accounts zenu. Sino REFCO that is assisting us, because we've detected into yokuba abantu that are able to pay into accounts zakwamasipala, they're not doing it adequately so. Two, also into businesses. Some of them are also giving us a tough time. But the process has started unfolding and it is also work in progress. Uba nathi sike sibe nemali man, nathi ke kuthethwa nge-reserves, no kwiWalter Sisulu ne-reserves. But we cannot accomplish ezo zinto if abahlali are not paying i-services zakwamasipala. We cannot deliver i-service kumntu if akabhatali. Yiloo nto bazasiqumbela. Ngenye imini sizawuthi nje hayi bethunani asikwazi yobuthi inkunkumo. Kutheni ngazikwazi ndenza nje umzekelo anditsho kuza kwenzeka andithembi uba kuza kuba njalo, but just to give abahlali iscenario into yokuba if abakhokhi kungakwenzeka ntoni. Fumaniseka into yokuba ii-tractors zethu azikwazi uhamba, eza lori zenkunkuma azikwazi uhamba, akho ntoni, akho diesel. Kutheni kungekho diesel? Hayi akomali ukuba sikwazi uthenga i-diesel. So kubalulekile into yokuba abahlali should understand why is it important into yokuba makukhokhe into i-accounts zabo. Indeed Msasazi, u-Eskom besihleli ku-530 million si-issue Eskom. Sathatha ixanduva siyi-leadership. Namke, having spoken to your minister, your MEC, the municipal manager, kwaba khona i-opportunity sibiza i-debt relief. ukuba apho uzawufumaniseka uEskom uzawusuppressa a portion of i-account okanye i-debt yakho ungumasipala, but over a period of 3 years nizawuba nento isivumelano manditsho, because ezinye izinto abantu abadala bazasibuza zintoni ke ngoku nithetha ngazo. So sa-applya, and I'm proud to say uWalter Sisulu was the first municipality in the Eastern Cape to have applied for that debt review. It was the first municipality in the Eastern Cape to actually be also approved. What does that mean? They have suppressed like 513 million that we owe them. We are sitting now with 217. So we are going to work on as to say, how do we pay off la amount? There's also a lot of conditions kulon Tindogba. uEskom can never again do land ibisenzela ngo-December. Apho uzawuyenza i-load reductions. Thina ngoku mos we know into yokuba we are faced with into load shedding. So there are also a lot of benefits to umasipala, but there's also a lot of queries or maybe indicators to Eskom, do's and don'ts. Akufanekanga niyenze into ethile, akufanekanga niyenze into ethile. But ke ngoku we coming to here. Njengoba siyifumene ngoku elinyweba. Kubalulekile nathi kaloku xa usayina i-contract, uMasithandi uthi kuwe i-contract yakho ithi nge-30 ska okanye month end fanele ubhatale ntoni imali yakho ye-rent. So it's the same. We also have ke ngoku into yokuba i-recommendations that was given from uNational Treasury. Siyacela masipala at least adhere to land into yokuba nikwazi ubhatala i-current, nikwazi into yokuba nibhatale into what you call these things? Ndilibele ngoku. But ke that is where abahlali come in. Siyacela babhem, siyacela bhatalani i-accounts zenu so that nathi we keep to the end of our agreement with uTreasury, with uEskom, so that we are able to get away from this massive Eskom debt, because nathi kaloku sifuna uba ne-clean audit. But one of the monsters that are standing in our way for a clean audit was lento ka-Eskom. Ilento. So I am proud to say, and I'm happy to communicate lento kwi community yase Walter Sisulu. Kodwa ndinicenga into yokuba kubalulekile into yokuba sibhatale i-accounts zethu zakwamasipala. Debt relief, and nathi sizabe sigadile singumasipala into yokuba how then best at times kukuba khona ne-incentives, but asikafiki apho where you'll find out into yokuba abantu would want to settle their accounts. We are happy for that, we appreciate that, and